Very sorry for the technical difficulties. We are now in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Generals still holding a 7-1 lead. Zach Vuletic on second base after a one-out walk. Ryan Flores chops one to the shortstop. Going to be a tough play, and he gets there in time. The throw back to third is not in time. Zach Vuletic able to dive back in safely. A smart play there by the shortstop, Minetta, with the fake throw to first base, but the throw back to third was not in time to get Vuletic. So that's going to send up number 99, Kyle Moose. Runners on the corners. One out here. Generals threatening yet again. The first pitch here to Kyle Moose. A fastball in the outside corner, strike one. No balls, one strike to count.
I like that. Yeah, Kyle Moose up right here for the Generals. Let's see if he can keep his hot streak going.
Grounds one to third. It's a foul ball. Foul ball. Zach Vuletic dove back in. Looked like Engstrom's only play was to tag Vuletic. He dives back in, but it's called foul late by the home plate umpire. No balls, two strikes now, as Kyle Moose looks to protect with two here. The 0-2 pitch. Changeup swung on and missed. Ball gets away. Vuletic is going to try to score, and he will. Ryan Flores advances to second base on the wild pitch. Generals extend their lead to 8-1 on a strikeout there from Kyle Moose.
Hey, we'll take the runs as they come, right, Judson?
That is correct. 8-1 now the Generals lead.
And that brings up Reese Johnson. Reese so far tonight, 1 for 3. Let's see if he can get 2 for 4 on the night after this one.
First pitch to Reese Johnson is in there for strike number 1. No balls and a strike now to the Generals' third baseman. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball popped foul. That one's going to get out of play. Out of the reach of Engstrom for strike number 2 as Johnson falls behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. Gabe Secura was able to finish off the top of the 7th inning in order through his 101st pitch of the ball game to retire the side. It'll be interesting to see if he's got another inning in him or if the Generals go to their loaded bullpen. 0-2 pitch, another fastball. Johnson able to get just enough of that one to stay alive as the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Matt Sessler coming up on his 53rd pitch of the ball game. Many more pitches for Sessler, and if there is a Game 3 tomorrow, he might not be available. It's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball. Actually, I'm going to go with a slider there that misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, now the count.
Yeah, the Generals do have everybody available as they only used 2 guys in the bullpen yesterday. Both of them only going an inning.
They both threw less than 20 pitches, too, so this Generals bullpen is definitely loaded as Reese Johnson's hitting the helmet with that curveball. That one's not going to hurt as he trots down to first base with a 2-out hit by pitch, and the Generals have some more momentum going. Runners on first and second for the 9-hole hitter, number 12, Jonathan Tapia, who's been on base all 3 times tonight.
Yeah, and Reese Johnson got over there to first base, and Coach Kraft hit him on the helmet about where that lofty curveball grabbed him. And Jonathan Tapia, so far tonight, has a couple walks to his credit and also started that huge 5-run inning for the Generals way back in the 5th inning with a single of his. Let's see if he can keep this one going with 2 outs.
So the first pitch to Tapia is in there on the inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count.
Yeah, Tapia really like a second leadoff guy here at the bottom of the order. Just because he's in the 9 hole doesn't mean he can't swing the bat. He's actually really, really good with the bat in his hand.
As that fastball missed downstairs for ball number 1. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good job by Christian Boulware right there to keep that one in front of him, as it would have for sure advanced both of the runners. As Tapia looks to get one into the outfield right here and score maybe 2 runs right here. As that pitch misses.
No, it's going to be called a strike at the bottom of the zone. A changeup gets Jonathan Tapia behind here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I definitely thought that one that missed, as Christian Boulware kind of dropped to catch that one, but the umpire says it's a strike, and now we go to the 1-2 count instead of the 2-1 count.
The 1-2 pitch from Sessler skips up there. It gets away from Boulware. Flores is going to move up, as well as Reese Johnson. Good base running there from the Generals, as Jonathan Tapia now has 2 runners in scoring position and a 2-2 count.
Yeah, good situation if you're Jonathan Tapia right here. No pressure. Your team already winning big, but you could definitely blow this game even farther open if you can get a single over the second baseman's head or even up the middle, score a couple runs, and get this Generals lead out from 7 to 9.
It's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, fought off. Going to be a tough play for Minetta with the speed of Tapia, and he's in there safely. Lee Thomas is forced off the bag, and the Generals are just finding the right spots right now. Another infield single in the inning, as Jonathan Tapia has reached base all 4 times tonight. Generals extend their lead to 9-1 here over the Twins.
And Tanner Roach comes up today. So far, 0 for 3, able to reach on an error in his last at-bat and came around to score. Because if he can get on the base pass, he can absolutely make something happen. Let's see if he can drive in a run right here and keep this inning alive for the Generals.
So the first pitch to Roach is in there on the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count.
Tanner Roach so far kind of struggling this last couple of weeks, as he hasn't had the best stat line, but he's still been our everyday center fielder and really good job doing that as well.
The 0-1 pitch is fouled back for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. An update from Brazos Valley. The Acadiana Cane Cutters and the Brazos Valley Bombers are tied at 4 in the top of the 8th inning.
Let's see if the Cane Cutters can extend that series.
So the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Tanner Roach for strike number 3. A look from Tanner Roach to Christian Boulware right there. Wonder what that's about. As we head to the top of the 8th inning, still leading this one 9-1. On to pitch here in the top of the 8th inning, the left-handed pitcher, number 33, Carson Rollins.
Yeah, and that does it for Gabe Segura. He goes 7 innings, in line for the win, 4 hits, 2 walks, strikes out 7, and only gave up that 1 run way back in the first inning.
Great outing and a do-or-die game for the Generals as they'll hand it over to Carson Rollins here. Matt Casamus at the plate for the Twins, who swings and fouls one off for the first strike here in the 8th inning. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, and Casamus so far tonight, 0 for 1, able to draw the walk in his only other plate appearance.
0-1 pitch in there on the inside corner, strike 2. Love to see it out of the bullpen. Carson Rollins coming in, throwing strikes. Ahead in the count here, no balls, 2 strikes. Now the 0-2 pitch from Rollins. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Little good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Carson Rollins sits down Matt Casamus on 3 pitches. And that'll bring up the center fielder, number 5, Reese Durand, as we're back at the Twins' top of the order.
Reese Durand is 1 for 3 tonight, able to get a single and score the only run for the Twins way back in the first inning. After that, he grounded into a double play and also popped out to Reese Johnson over there at third base. Let's see what's going to happen right here, Judson.
So the first pitch to Durand is in there for strike 1, a swing and a miss. And Carson Rollins has come out of the bullpen, thrown 4 pitches, all 4 strikes, looking dominant so far.
Rollins shakes off the catcher Kyle Moose a couple times.
The 0-1 pitch looked like a slider, swung on and missed for strike 2. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. 0-2 here to Durand.
Yeah, Durand helped Rollins out right there a couple times. Or right there is Rollins shook off Kyle Moose a couple times, but it ended up being the right decision as Reese Durand swung and missed on that pitch that was way in the dirt.
Now the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Carson Rollins tried to get him with the heat there. Durand able to just stay alive as the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Generals leading big 9-1 here in the top of the 8th in Game 2 of this playoff series. Generals trailing the series 1-0 currently.
Rollins gets a new ball from the on-plate umpire right there, and he says, "We're ready to go." And we await the 0-2 pitch.
0-2 pitch taken just off the plate. A nasty slider there from Carson Rollins. Buckled Reese Durand, unable to get the call. Still a great pitch. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Absolutely, Justin. That pitch was really, really great.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted into center field. Shallow center field. Tanner Roach coming on, can't make the play. Late read there from Roach. And the second bloop single of the ballgame for Reese Durand as he's found the right spots tonight. As that'll bring up number 18, Ryan Randall, with 1 on and 1 out here in the 8th.
Yeah, Ryan Randall has a couple flyouts to center and then also a pop out to Reese Johnson over there at third. But like you said, he's just found a couple good spots to get a bloop single, and last time it paid dividends for him.
So that pitch is in there for strike 1, 0-1 the count, and it's very important for the Generals to keep putting it on the Twins here. Don't want to let the Twins get any momentum for a possible, which is looking more and more likely, Game 3 tomorrow night. As that slider swung on a missed strike 2, Carson Rollins quickly gets ahead of Ryan Randall here, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Carson Rollins definitely pounding the strike zone like the Generals pitchers did last night, except tonight we're getting the calls.
0-2 pitch, another slider, just got a piece of it, was Randall, fouled it off his foot. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And if you're Rollins, you're also thinking about limiting your pitch count as best as you can so you can come back in a Game 3 tomorrow night and pitch if needed.
Absolutely, and like we said earlier, we have the entire bullpen to go off of.
0-2 pitch, another looper into shallow center field. Peyton Robertson gonna make the play on that one. Good read there by the General shortstop. And there's now 2 outs here, top of the 8th inning. Generals 4 outs away from forcing a decisive Game 3 tomorrow night.
Yeah, General's bats able to come alive in the last 3 innings, and my oh my, has it been something to watch as we've scored 5 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and then also 2 in the 7th inning.
It's the first pitch here to Lee Thomas. A fastball stays up, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count.
And that's really the first this is the first batter that Rollins has fallen behind so far, and this is not the guy that you want to be able to fall behind to.
The 1-0 pitch. Swung on foul back, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. That's the thing about having a 9-1 lead, though. Despite the power and prowess of Lee Thomas, he can hit one as far as he wants to, and the Generals will still have a 6-run lead here. Just important to keep pounding the strike zone if you're Rollins.
Yeah, well said, but you also don't want to give Lee Thomas any extra confidence heading into tomorrow's ball game should it happen.
So that 1-1 pitch is in there on the outside corner. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And what are you going with right here, Judson? There's 2 outs, 1-2 count. You going with the hook?
I'm spinning the slider right here. Strike him out, Carson. Let's head to the bottom of the 8th.
Well said.
The 1-2 pitch is a slider blocked up nicely by Kyle Moose. Good take there from Lee Thomas as the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was about a 55-foot slider right there. It bounced a few feet away from the plate.
We'll see what he comes back with here. Patrick, I'll ask you the same question. What's he going with here?
I can't imagine he's going to stay away from the slider right here.
2-2 pitch. Slider, check swing. They're going to... It's a called strike 3. Lee Thomas has something to say to the home plate umpire, who doesn't want to hear it, as Lee Thomas will head back to the dugout unhappy. Carson Rollins strikes out Lee Thomas here to end the top of the 8th inning. We head to the bottom half. 3 outs away from winning this one, leading 9-1. Leading off here in the bottom of the 8th inning, facing Matt Sessler back out to work his 3rd inning, is number 8, Kobe Potvin. Kobe lined out to the second baseman in his last at-bat, was robbed of a hit. We'll see if he can get that back here as he takes a first pitch fastball in there for strike 1.
Yeah,
won the count.
Yeah, like you said, he was robbed of a hit, and he got all of that ball. He absolutely squared it up and scorched it toward the second baseman.
0-1 pitch, grounded slowly toward the first baseman, Lee Thomas. Sessler late breaking, and Kobe Potvin beats it out with a slide. Matt Sessler late moving to try to cover first base there. Kobe Potvin with his speed and aggressiveness with the head first slide gets in there safely for another hit for the left fielder tonight, as that'll send up the shortstop number 7, Peyton Robertson. 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, Peyton so far today, 2 for 3, able to draw a walk as well, and also has a strikeout to his total. He also has scored a run in that walk appearance.
So first pitch to Robertson, misses downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
And Peyton was called out stealing second base, tagged on his feet on a questionable call by this field umpire who's not having the best day.
The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, unfortunately our stream went down, but Peyton was called out at second base. And as Patrick said, a very questionable call. The tag came on the hip, but it looked like Peyton Robertson's hand got in there. Infield umpire disagreed as that fastball hits the outside corner for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Robertson, as he's going to have to do something with 2 strikes here.
Yeah, let's see if Peyton can get something going.
1-2 pitch, ripped up the middle off of Sessler's glove. The tag of Kobe Potvin in time to throw to first, not in time, and gets away from Lee Thomas. Peyton Robertson going to take advantage of that and get all the way to second base. I believe Peyton Robertson's bat broke it. Yeah, Peyton Robertson's bat split in half right there.
Thumbs, party of 2.
Sessler stopped it with his glove. It kicked right to the second baseman, Randall, who did the smart thing tagging Potvin. But with Peyton Robertson's speed down the line, a throw to first was not needed there, and he threw it away, and Peyton Robertson moves up 90 feet and is in scoring position for what looks to be a pinch hitter, number 10, Jordan Johnson, who's been dealing with the left hand injury. Glad to see that Jordan's back and okay and ready to swing a bat right here.
Yeah, and that does it for Skinner. Skinner goes 2 for 3 with a triple. 2 for 4 with a triple, a single, and then a couple flyouts.
That triple probably the biggest hit of the ball game, as Jordan Johnson takes a fastball in there for strike 1.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That ball was absolutely crushed at the perfect time to give the Generals the lead.
The 0-1 pitch swung on, ripped into center field. Only 1 out. Not sure where Peyton Robertson's going as he retreats back to second base for out number 2. Not sure if he could have tagged on that ball anyway, but it looked like he thought.
Yeah, I think he thought that ball was going to be in the gap for sure.
He either thought the ball was going to be in the gap or he thought there were 2 outs. Regardless, made the correct decision retreating back to second base as Jordan Johnson flies out for the second out here in the 8th inning, as that sends number 16, Zach Vuletich, to the plate.
Yeah, Zach able to also hit a triple into the gap following Marshall Skinner's triple, and also drew a walk in his last at-bat, tallying a 1 for 3 day.
So first pitch to Vuletich was in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count. We'll see if he can drive in Robertson from second base. The 0-1 pitch skips up there. A good block by Boulware as the count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and these teams are getting kind of chippy out there, if I do say so myself. These 2 teams, after you see these guys for almost 20 games in like 3 months, you get to know these guys pretty well, and it doesn't seem like these 2 teams like each other very much.
So that pitch misses just up and on the outside corner for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Vuletich. And yeah, there's definitely tensions running high, and I would say that has a lot to do with the playoff atmosphere that we have here in Victoria and the implications of this ball game tonight. The Generals knew that it was a must-win ball game, and they came out flat, honestly, through the first 4 innings. Something sparked in the 5th, and it's just been all downhill for the Twins since then.
You think it was a little bit of bus lag right there, Judson?
Could have been. We didn't get back in to Victoria until about 5:30 this morning. A long day, a long night. Got some rest, got rejuvenated, and by the 5th inning, it all came to fruition, as Zach Vuletich fouls off a 2-2 pitch there to stay alive.
Yeah, good job by Vuletich to stay alive right there. And as you said, Judson, it was a long day yesterday, almost 16 hours on the bus, and then about 5 or 6 hours at the field on top of that.
It's a 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs, ball 3. Counts run full here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fortunately for the Twins, they do not have to travel all the way back to Texarkana before tomorrow night's game. So both teams should be well rested for a pivotal and decisive Game 3 tomorrow night. As the payoff pitch swung on, popped into right field, shallow right field. Looks like the second baseman Randall is going to call that one and make the play for out number 3. Generals strand 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th, 3 outs away from forcing that Game 3, leading 9-1. Number 43, Kyle Rogers, is out to close this one out for the Generals. 3 outs away from winning this one. As he'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Twins, starting off with number 27, J.J. Flores. And the first pitch to Flores misses away, ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch misses away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here as Rogers looks to find the zone. In other news, the Bombers and Cane Cutters tied at 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Bombers threatening with the bases loaded and 2 outs. We'll keep you updated on that as the 2-0 pitch is swung on, popped up on the infield. Peyton Robertson says he has it, and does for out number 1. 1 batter, 1 out here for Kyle Rogers. Generals now 2 outs away from clinching this one and forcing that Game 3.
Yeah, I have Carson Rollins' numbers right here. He ends up going 1 inning, giving up a hit, but striking out 2 in a nice hold situation.
As it'll be number 16, Christian Boulware hitting now for the Twins as he takes the first pitch curveball in there for strike 1.
Man, that was
0-1 the count.
Man, that was a nasty pitch right there, Judson. And Christian Boulware so far 2 for 3 in the day.
So he fouls that one back for strike 2. Did strike out in his last plate appearance, sending the beer deck to a frenzy as he falls behind 0-2. Kyle Rogers looking to strike out the beer batter for the second time. The 0-2 pitch just misses up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the Cane Cutters do escape the bases loaded jam. They're headed to the 9th in Brazos Valley, tied at 4. So the 1-2 pitch is fouled off down the third baseline as the count remains to Christian Boulware, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man, it'd be awesome to see the Cane Cutters win that one and make every team play all 3 games of this series.
1-2 pitch is taken. Wow, that one just misses, ball 2. Looked like the home plate umpire wanted to ring him up, decided not to, so the count evens here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball up and in, ball 3. Christian Boulware still proving to be a tough out here. Has worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, strike him out right here, Kyle.
3-2 pitch. A curveball misses downstairs, ball 4. A 1-out walk to Christian Boulware will send the shortstop number 7, Mike Minetta, to the plate. 1 out, 1 on here for the Twins.
And Mike Minetta, 0 for 3 so far, able to reach on a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning, but 2 strikeouts to his credit as well.
The first pitch to Minetta misses upstairs for ball 1. And if you're Kyle Rogers, just want to continue to throw strikes here. Let the Twins put the ball in play as the 1-0 pitch is in there on the outside corner, strike 1. So he evens it up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball right here would be huge as the 1-1 pitch is swung on, fouled down the left field line and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Yeah, huge right here. If you can get a ground ball over to Zach Vuletich, make it a 4-6-3 double play and get the
1-2 pitch is fouled off of Minetta's body as he stays alive here. Twins not going down without a fight here, working some good at-bats off of Kyle Rogers. 1 ball, 2 strikes remains the count.
Now, Minetta has a bit of a weird stance, if I do say so myself. A little bit of a little flap like you've seen in the past, but
a switch hitter, very good from both sides of the plate. Had
Absolutely.
a triple in last night's ball game. Has definitely shown the ability to barrel some baseballs up. As the 2-2 pitch is fouled off again, he stays alive on a fastball that got in on him there. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball taken up and away, ball 3. And the Generals are struggling to get these final 2 outs here. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. It's actually into shallow center field. Looks like it's going to be Zach Vuletich that ranges out and makes the play for out number 2. And the Generals now just 1 out away from winning this one. And it'll be number 33, Harrison Engstrom, that steps to the plate now for the Twins, who's had a tough time out in the field.
Yeah, Harrison so far tonight has a couple errors to his credit, and also is 1 for 3 on the day, struck out, ground out, and a single.
As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1, looked like a fastball up and in. Wasn't able to catch up to it. No balls and a strike to count.
Yeah, let's see if Kyle can strike out Engstrom right here, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So that pitch gets away from Kyle Moose. Christian Boulware going to move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count.
Yeah, but also that's not that big of a deal right there, having Boulware advance to second base on that wild pitch, as the Generals are winning by 8 runs, and I mean, honestly, that run really means nothing right now.
The 1-1 pitch. Curveball popped up. Peyton Robertson ranges out to shallow center field. No, Tanner Roach going to call that one. Makes a sliding grab for out number 3. And that's your ball game, folks. The Generals come out in a must-win situation and get the job done, taking care of the Twins tonight, 9-1. The Generals pounded out 11 hits, committed 0 errors. The Twins, on the other hand, had 5 hits and 4 errors. We will be back tomorrow night, 7:05, in a decisive Game 3 as both teams try to clinch a spot in the TCL Championship game. I've just got word that tomorrow night is a free ticket night, so if you're not here, you're missing out. Be here at Riverside Stadium tomorrow night at 7:05. And until then, fans, don't forget, go Generals!